Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of StarCraft Inc. A little bit of a break from the user submission replays, just to give you kind of a midway. Today is Thursday, so that's like halfway through the week. Couple of different stuff today for those of you who are not into the user submission stuff. So, we have a pro match, not just any pro match, but a Blizzcon pro match, and it's a clan match between two players. We've got I am Nestea and I am MVP, two of the most freaking amazing players in the game right now. Nestea has won so much stuff lately, and when he says you're dead, and that's all there is to it. A scary motherfucker right now, making Zerg look like a race that, you know, isn't having any problems right now. They're pretty solid when you watch them in the hands of this guy. And over on the other side of the map is I am MVP. By the way, this is Antigua Shipyards. Antigua. I don't know how you want me to say that, but that's how I'm saying it. And I am MVP spawning as the blue Terran in the bottom of this map. Oh, he's got some shine on him, babies. Good macro, good micro, a very solid player indeed, and has beat some of my favorite players of each race very easily. And he's been around for a long time. And a lot of people mix him up with the clan MVP, but this is the player MVP. I am MVP himself, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a match to remember. 10 out of 10 on GoSuGamers.com. And sit back, relax, and watch the carnage. Baby doll. So we've got the early expansion from Nestea. Nothing out of the ordinary. Seeing that orbital command. I don't know how much strategy I'm going to talk this game. You know I don't normally do that anyway. Some people hate me for that, some people love me for that, but I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this as a commentator, because, you know, I've been doing a lot of other stuff, been kind of cranking out the vids lately, and this one's more for me. I really wanted to cast something just boom, you know, so hopefully this is good. I didn't get to see any of the Blizzcon games. I have never been to Blizzcon. I'm a StarCraft 2 caster, and I've never been to Blizzcon, so someday I'll go, but we'll see. Right now, we are watching MVP build a factory, which is very, very common in TVZ. Almost too common. It's pretty much assumed that that's going to happen, and that more than likely will be Hellion into Banshee. That's what we see just about every game. MVP, hopefully he breaks the mold and gives us an interesting game. As I said, 10 out of 10 on GoSuGamers, so something weird is going to happen. I just know it. And it looks like Nestea actually lost an Overlord. I don't know when that happened, but he's currently 28 out of 20. And so, I said MVP. I don't know who I said, but Nestea is the one that's supply blocked right now. Whether I said MVP or Nestea. Either way, speed is on the way, and there's the Hellions. We are seeing those Hellions. Will we see a starport? No, it's a command center. So, a fast expand out of Hellion harass. So that's not too out of the ordinary. When it's not Banshees, that's generally what it is. Basically, the Hellions are to keep the Zerg in check and give them something to deal with, so that the Terran player can take that expansion. It just gives them time to stay in the game. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some scary macro that comes out of Zerg players. And not so much lately. A lot of Zerg players, that's how it used to be. Back when, you know, Idra was the best Zerg out there. Maybe you're an Idra fanboy, I don't know. Maybe he still is the best in your heart. But right now, we're seeing a lot of Zerg do a lot of different things, and Idra's not really the icon anymore, not as far as I can tell. But that being said, macro is still a key part of Zerg, and you can't really win without it. You can do some really weird one-base all-ins, but ultimately you're going to win the long game with the macro potential of Zerg. So, these two Hellions are just kind of parked outside. Can't do much with this really good spine crawler placement and a queen in back to boot. Just kind of fortifying the area. Now there's 4 Hellions. They may just suicide into this. However, this Hellion does not stop, this spine crawler does not stop the Hellions from coming in back here. And that's what we're going to see. But there are a lot of Lings right now. A couple drones go down. And these Hellions are not going to get out. Are they get? No, they're going to get trapped by the Lings. They're completely cornered. However, there's enough DPS here to do a lot of damage to that pack of Lings. A little bit of micro from MVP, but a lot more micro from Nestea, taking those Hellions down. They do not get much out of that venture. They did kill a bunch of Lings, but not many Lings need to be produced right now. And Nestea knows that. You can see him building drones right now. Because he fended off those Hellions, like, the average player, like you're going to see a platinum player, a diamond player, lose those lings to those Hellions and build a bunch more, thinking, oh my god, I lost all those lings, I need more, and, you know, to catch my breath, to hold off before it. But no, the purpose of those Hellions is over. They did the damage they were intended to do. This expansion's up, and only now are more Hellions coming out. So he did have time to drone, as you saw. And now moving that spine crawler forward into this choke up here. And now can he build even more drones is what he's building, but there's just so much time before you really need those extra lings, right? But now there's blue flame. These Hellions are on their way. I hope you guys got the point of what I was trying to say there. You just have a lot of extra time to drone after that initial Hellion wave, because he's not going to come at you right away. Those first Hellions are a delay tactic, but here's the next batch, and now he can produce more lings. What he should have done was put a spine crawler in his line, though. I feel like that would have been more beneficial. Oh no, what are you doing lining up your drones? That was so close, oh my god! Wow, did you see that? Surrounding the Hellions with his drones, a bunch go down. Wow, he lost more than I thought he was going to there. The interesting micro trick there from Nestea, but it still didn't pay out like it could have. And finally those Hellions go down. Nestea really needs to catch up now. He's going to get hit with a wave of 6. So I still don't think the droning was a bad idea. I do think that he's got these spine crawlers in a bad position. They stop. They do some initial damage to the Hellions, but the Hellions just run by. They need to be in a place where they can constantly do damage to the Hellions while the Hellions are trying to do damage to the line. Oh no! A drop from MVP. Gonna do some more damage to the mineral line. Ling's coming in to try to help the line, but it's just no good. And picking up. Whoa! Okay, so 2 get out of there in the medevac. I thought the Queens might be able to pick those off, but no dice. And constant Hellion harass here from MVP. Just really non-stop pressure against his teammate. Keep in mind that they are in the same clan. They probably practice against each other quite frequently. MVP knows the ropes of Nestea, and Nestea trying his best. I like the second hatchery. It serves as a macro hatch, but also as a way to block off this choke. And now he uses his Queens in the gap to really stop movement of Hellions into the main. Keep in mind this medevac is coming back, so we've got Hellions at the bottom of the ramp, and you can bet your donuts that these Hellions are going to land here and do some damage. Nestea not really watching. He's going to lose these drones down here. Probably going to see a 2-prong attack back into the natural, but no! The drones actually take out the Hellions. Beautiful play with the drones. You just see Nestea using his drones against the Hellions to such great effect. A bunch of damaged drones, but it doesn't matter. They regenerate while they're doing nothing. And, man, any other player would just have like lost all their drones by now. However, like I said before, oh dear, Muta out for Nestea. Supply blocked again though, but creating a few more overlords to you know, save the day. It looks like a drone was coming over here to expand. No dice. More Hellions coming into the natural. He needs to do something about this. He's running his drones. They're all lined up. Ling's coming in to deal with it, but the drones get in the way. They can't get back into there. He's still got all his drones though. He's still got tons and tons of drones. Queen's trying to deal with this harass. 1 Hellion goes down. Looks like 2 Hellions go down. All his drones are sitting right here. The Hellions don't notice right away. Where are the Muta? Where are the Muta? There's nothing here to protect them. 3 Hellions going into the main. There's 2 Muta coming to do some DPS. Queen's doing some DPS. Drones all lined up. He's going to lose them all. So, oh my goodness. This is not a good situation. Muta in the main base of MVP doing tons of damage to the base. Taking out add-ons, taking out missile turrets. There's another missile turret going up here. He needs to deal with it before it's finished. However, there's one completed. Taking off all the add-ons from MVP's factories and starports and barracks. However, there is a Thor on the way already. That will come out in good time. SCV's here for free. There's a Thor! And no magic box, as there are too many SCVs. It's not worth fighting, even with a magic box. And Nestea does manage to take that third, and is going to pull himself ahead in this game if, and I say if, MVP does not manage to get his third soon. The Zerg is in a comfortable place when he is 1 base ahead, but not really in the lead, as Mules keep the MVP Terran in this game quite handedly, and when they're even, if MVP takes that third, I would consider MVP ahead, and that is a common knowledge with a Zerg matchup. The Zerg really needs to be one base ahead to be where he wants to be, whereas that's not always necessary with the other races. And so there are 2 Thors on the ground. Muta aren't as effective as they could be anymore. Hellions crossing the map to maybe try and do some more damage, to check for this third, and in fact they will find the third, but that's all they needed. They just wanted to know it was there. They will back up, but Muta crossing the map to maybe try and engage. Will they catch the Hellions? It looks like they might find them. No, not quite. The Hellions actually do manage to get away and hide in a pocket of the map. Man, what a great match. BlizzCon would have been exciting with this on their plate. Oh, I can just picture the crowd roaring now. I kind of wish I was there when it happened. The Muta are here to protect. Here come the Hellion. I hope Nestea is paying attention. Those Hellions will go down. They tried to catch a drone transfer. They almost get most of it, but end up getting barely any of it. And 2 spine crawlers moving forward with the creep. The creep sprint is actually kind of subpar from Nestea, but keep in mind this pressure has been unbearable. And Nestea doing a great job with his queens defending. Great job with his drones more than anything. Muta picking off more free Hellions. They're going to get some more as they try to turn the corner. 1 Hellion goes down. Looks like 2 Hellions will go down. 3 Hellions going to go down. Oh my goodness. Thor now in the mix. It is now Hellion, Thor, Siege Tank, and I don't know what Nestea has to deal with this. He's got a couple of roaches, but not nearly enough with SCV support and those Siege Tanks in to boot. Spine crawlers here, not enough roaches on the plate. Hellions moving forward, taking a death. 2 spine crawlers. There's some roaches, bringing forth his queens now. Hopefully Nestea is good with his transfuses. He will need them. Siege tanks sieged up now. Thor protecting them from any Muta harass. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. MVP going for the win. This is everything or nothing. He does have his third up, so if he loses this engagement, he's not out of this. But Nestea, I think, is in a very uncomfortable place. Cut off from his own third. Hellions going in to harass and deal damage to that third, but Nestea can't do anything to defend it. He's just locked off. Beautiful positioning from MVP, and it looks like the Hellions are going to unchallengedly defend. Oh no, ST comes in with all his roaches. He's pushing in for the win to deny this push from MVP, but it looks like the upgrades are just too much. I say upgrades, but it's just 1-1. Oh, sorry, just 1. I always forget that there's not 2 separate upgrades, it's just air and ground. But the roach is actually doing quite a bit of damage, but it's not enough. More roaches coming out, pulling back a few that he hasn't lost yet, and more coming out of this hatchery, but the miss rallied, and Nestea controlling this beautifully. He's losing overlords to the Thors, but man, the Thors are just being so frustrating, being repaired by the SCVs, taking shots at the overlords, the siege tanks splashing the roaches as they come out. There's just way too much here. More roaches spraying out from the base, trying to snipe these Thor, but the SCVs keeping them alive. Siege tanks spread out beautifully, shelling the roaches as they try to do damage to the Thors, and the SCVs repairing them are just too much. The rally is broken here. Nestea losing roaches as they spawn, and this could be GG. MVP at 125 to Nestea's 77, and now Nestea is losing his third, and it looks like this is MVP's game, and there's the GG. Nestea loses this game to MVP, but not without a fight. Nestea played that beautifully. Guys, I'm SSN Incarnum. This was a fucking amazing game. GG, ladies and gentlemen.